Tosh Newman's new hit single, Heaven Don't Need You Yet, is making waves across the internet, and now Tosh is hoping to take that very same message into schools and nonprofit organizations, hoping to make a splash.
So I had a friend last year die by suicide, and not only was it a tragic event, but just shocking, and I think most of the time that's the case, and just the ripple effect that kind of thing has on people. And trying to figure out how to deal with this and cope with this, my wife really encouraged me to write about it. I'm a songwriter. I've been writing songs for 12 years, and so she knew that was kind of my way of dealing with emotions. So I've got a writing desk back in my closet, and so I went back there and I sat down, and the first thing that popped into my head was the thought process of, man, what would I have said to her had I been sitting right next to her before she did this? And the phrase and the line, "Heaven doesn't need you right now," kept going over and over and over in my head, and I thought, man, that's it. And so I wrote that down at the top of the page, but then being a country music writer, I thought, man, I can't be that grammatically correct when I'm writing a country song. So saying "Heaven don't need you yet" was the final thing that was more, it felt more conversational, like heaven don't need you yet. And so my hand just started moving, and when I say it started moving, I really feel like this was divinely crafted. I could not have written this type of song in this type of hopeful theme without help. So 36 minutes later, which again is another rarity, this thing was written. And so I took it to another good friend of mine, and Will Padgett, that I write with in Nashville, and just had him listen to it and get his thoughts on it. And he loved it, and he helped me kind of button up some of the lines on the end. And so we did a little work tape of this thing and sent it to some producers in Nashville, and got a call back immediately, again, which doesn't happen. If you get an email back 2 weeks later, you're doing pretty good. But so Jason, the producer, called me back, and it just so happens that somebody from his church, their daughter had just taken their own life 2 days before I sent him that work tape. So the timing of this thing is really crucial. And so we got in the studio and we recorded it, we did the demo, and ironically enough, he wanted me to do the vocal, which I told him I hide behind drum kits, I don't do vocals. But he really encouraged me to do that because it was a very personal topic for me. So did the song, released it back in January, and it has made a huge impact. I've been able to go and travel around and play this song for different recovery groups and churches and youth groups, and just sharing with people that there is still purpose for their life. Like, you've still got more left to do. There's a line in the song that says, you got a lot of life to live and a lot more love to give, and that's the case. And so that's the subject, and that's the topic that I want to share, is hope. It's light in the darkness, and it's hope for the hopeless. So, right now we're looking to create, and it is a music video, but it's more like a public service announcement, in my opinion. Like, we want the public to see a good visual with this song that brings everything home, to just give people another encouraging way to hopefully change their mind and not go through with that. So that stuff's expensive, and we need help. So I would love any support that we could get for this video. This kind of stuff costs money. I don't have a record label. I don't have a publishing company backing me, but I feel like this is a message that has to get out there, and I feel like I'm called to do it. So I'm gonna do it regardless. But if you feel like this subject has impacted you, or that you feel like you would like to help get this message out there, please visit our GoFundMe page. We'll share the link with you for that. And again, thank you in advance to anybody that decides to support us, and thank you to those who have already shown so much support. We look forward to really putting this thing together and having a wonderful image and a wonderful video to go along with this song. And we just pray that it is impactful all over the world.